The following portion of Studio 4 is sponsored by Lone Star Liquor.
Thanks for sticking around with us and joining us again in the kitchen for another Thirsty Thursday edition with Jennifer Vick from Lone Star Liquor. And, Father's Day this weekend. And these look like two incredibly good last-minute gifts if that's what you're doing, right?
Exactly, and here is the great thing about both of these bourbons. They're both made by the Willett Distillery, and they are both actually very quality bourbons, yet they're reasonably priced. You're not going to be out of $100. You're looking at right around $50 for each bottle, and yet you're going to be happy with both of them.
Right, and so will Dad.
And so will Dad.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I love about both of these. And we're actually going to be sampling both of these. And this is why I didn't do a cocktail this weekend, this week, because I just really think that these can stand on their own. The first one I really wanted to talk about was Rowan's Creek. And like I said, so those of you who have had Willett, which is a pretty popular, it looks like a genie bottle.
Yes.
This is made by the same distillery, and this is very similar in the taste profile, but you're looking at quite a bit less in money,
right?
Because you're not paying for that fancy looking bottle.
No, that's where they get you. That's how she gets me, is packaging.
And it is beautiful.
I know, right?
But here's what I love about this one. So this one is still 100 proof bourbon. It's not weak. It's not watered down.
Okay.
Your mash bill you're looking at is 72% corn. You've got 15% barley and 13% rye.
Okay.
So usually rye will give you a little bit of spice on the end, but this one you're not getting that. You're getting way more honey, vanilla. You're getting like little rich, like there's even a little hints of mint, and you're getting a little bit of like brown sugar. It's very sweet.
But again, I smell the brown sugar even.
I think it would make a great old fashioned.
Absolutely.
But this is one of those you could literally just drink neat, a nice fall, anything.
Yep.
This other one is called Johnny Drum, and this one specifically is their private stock. So it's a very small batch that they make it. Now, what makes this one a little bit different is it's sour mash. So in the brewing process, they actually leave some of the bourbon at the bottom of the barrels that when they go and reuse the barrels, it's interacting with the other one, kind of the way Jack Daniels is produced. They're the ones that kind of coin sour mash.
Yes.
So this one isn't quite as sweet as Rowan's Creek, but yet you still get those hints of like cinnamon and a little bit of ginger and warm oak. And again, a great bourbon to just sip. You could do an old fashioned with it. You could do a Manhattan with it. But both of these are great to just stand on their own.
Right. Good. Well, good. And okay, so tell us about the website where we can go kind of stay up to date with you. Also see how you repost the segments we do here.
Absolutely.
All of that. So.
Well, we have our own website, which is lonestarliquor.net. Now, where you're really getting more of the juice that's updated a lot more is our Facebook page. And if you literally just look up Lone Star Liquor Amarillo, you'll pull up our Facebook page, and that's where we'll repost all these segments. That's where we'll put anything if we're having a tasting or anything new that's coming in, we'll come in on that.
New arrivals, tasting information, anything like that. That's awesome. And you guys, I know I've said it before and I'll say it again. She's got one of the best craft beer selections in town. We'll give anybody a run for their money. And so, tasting. Okay, we got a little off track. Tasting these tomorrow. Bring your dad and them in and let him sample what he wants to buy or what he wants you to buy for him.
The preceding portion of Studio 4 is sponsored by Lone Star Liquor.